that was one thing. So that's why Palmer was able to go crazy on them. Like, they were so short, and they have no shot blockers, even when they were short. Like, sometimes you have a guy like Roby or something, but they had no shot blockers. Like, I saw one guy, it's like block percentage, and usually if like a decent shot blocker would be like 10%, and then like an actual big guy would be like 20. They had one guy at 20, and then everybody else was like 5, lower than 5. So basically, they had one guy who would block your shot ever, and it showed because Palmer could just get anywhere he wanted. So, do you guys want to go into lumps of coal and presents?
The heck is that?
So, this is our Christmas edition of the Risky Roads podcast. So, we are going to go through all the players and say one lump of coal that they have had and one special present that they have had. And like anything related
basically something
to them.
good or bad they've done.
Yes, basically.
Okay, well, I got Costello.
Santa. No, we're doing it for everybody.
Oh.
Okay, you can start with, I'll take Amir Harris for lump of coal. I would say he clearly has gotten sick. That's kind of sucked for him. And, man, what would be his present? What has he done? Has he had any, like, big dunks?
Not really.
I think so.
He's a nice looking player.
He's hot?
No, he plays good.
Maybe warm-up dunks.
I mean, he's played really good defense, but that's not really, like, super exciting.
That was, like, something that we knew going into the season.
That's like a stocking gift.
Yeah. A
candy cane or something.
I feel like a stocking gift is more of a dunking in the warm-ups. Like, that's before the real thing.
So is defense what you
like
get on Christmas Eve?
Defense is like getting a $15 bill from your super rich grandparents. You're like, why is it not more? Like, you're retired and you're getting
that might be a good way to
tons of money from the government
so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe his lump of coal is that we got him instead of Xavier Johnson, which obviously love both of them, but Xavier Johnson is averaging like 15 points. He decommitted after Kenya Hunter left. Bill Moose, you suck.
Hey.
For not giving Miles his long enough contract and making people like Kenya Hunter, I think it's Kenya Hunter, leave, and then pulling away great recruits like that. But maybe that's it, because Amir kind of like totally replaced him. The next coach came in and he was like, okay. So hopefully,
But we don't really
Amir's
need scoring
way better
right now.
But yeah.
We don't need another
But
guy.
we can always use scoring. Golden State Warriors figure it out pretty well.
That's true.
Whatever you say.
Anybody else that you
Who's
have?
next?
Well, I'm just going random order.
Oh. Who should I talk about? Name a guy.
Isaac Copeland.
Lump of coal. He hasn't really done anything like lump of coalness, really.
Except his defense.
Yeah, that's true. I thought we weren't doing like
No.
long time things.
No, you can do it.
Okay, yeah, I guess his defense. Kind of poopy sometimes.
Trying to think. I feel like he had. Trying to think of like a highlight moment he had. He had one really good game. What game was that?
Oh, was it the
It was
first game in Kansas City?
He's had a lot of good games.
Because Palmer,
I mean,
there was
he's
one game
averaging
Palmer
15
early
points.
on where he did nothing, and then Cope came in.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like he did really well at the beginning of
I
the
mean,
season.
I guess I'll just go with like he's just been playing like a lot better than last year. Even like he's been consistent on the offensive end, which last year he was kind of like off and on. It seemed like.
Missouri State, so
I'll go with that. He's playing good offensively, like consistently.
For me, I think the present this year has been his putback dunks. He's had like 3 or 4 of those that were like pretty awesome. Like, he had one last night, he had one in the Creighton game, and I feel like he's had... That must be some way... He must do something, like, getting rebounds on the offensive boards where he, like, runs up, waits for it, and just, like, goes right in
He's just
front
like
of the hoop.
athletic and he's.
But he must time it.
But he's like good at timing.
He
as
is
well.
old.
Like he's not just athletic, but can't like he has good instincts and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with Nana.
He's got some nice warm up
His-
dunks.
Sorry,
Shocking.
Amir, another lump of coal. Your warm-up dunks are good, but Nana's are better.
Yeah. Nana, like, his lump of coal and his present are the same thing, because when he comes off the bench, he's either going to give you, like, some really good defense and he'll hit just a couple shots, or he'll just take some terrible ones and just miss. He plays good defense all the time.
That's true. And he's been like super good, like just one of those hustle guys. I think it was against Creighton. There was like a ball that was kind of just rolling, and the Creighton guy was just waiting for it to like pick it up. And it was kind of like a big time in the game, and he actually just like dove like 15 feet for the ball, and then we got it back. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
Stuff like
listening
that. He's
to
been doing super well.
The, like, I mean, not that I actually listened to it, but like the Half Losers pod, and they said that Nana never dives on the floor, and that was like super surprising to them. And I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, I've commented before that game every single time. I'm like, man, Nana goes after every rebound. He's always doing that.
That's true.
And he's like, he gets a lot of rebounds too. I think he has like, I don't know how many averages. Let's see. He averages only 2.7 a game, but he doesn't play that much, so that's not that bad. I mean, he only averages like 5.7 points per game. So, I mean, like, that's okay, and it seems like he's always going for it, no matter what, offense or defense. So that would be his present. Do we have a lump of coal? Has he missed like a big dunk?
He hasn't really even like attempted any games, has he?
It's kind of true.
He knows his plays on offense.
Mhm.
Yeah, because his like
I guess we could say
His
his lump of
dunks
coal is
are-
that he hasn't had the opportunity to like fast break.
There we go.
Break away like.
Because, yeah, that's the thing. He's not the guy who's going to do it in half court. It has to be transition,
Yeah,
where
like
it's
wide
like,
open and you can just between the legs.
Yeah, between the legs or 360 or windmill or something. His aren't going over somebody and,
Yeah.
and like something that you would actually do in a game. That that's a lump of coal that he can't do it well in a game. Let's see. Let's do Thomas Allen.
His present was Creighton for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue teams at home in December is always
Was that his first
present.
really good game, or there was one before?
Yeah. Well, he had a good game against Kansas last year, which was kind of funny. That it was like it's very much the same situation. Like I felt like I was going to the Kansas game again.
His present
Like-
is when his dad comes to the games because he always plays amazing.
Yeah, true.
Because his dad was at the Kansas game and he went off.
Mhm.
But he also played good. Like he's had like the past 3 games he's played a lot better than like the beginning of the season and most of last
'cause
season.
I think he did play like I think he had 9 points. Maybe I'm totally off against Minnesota, and then he's had 14 tonight, and he was sick.
He's just been
and
super
hasn't
efficient.
practiced, so that's been pretty good. And then I mean he seems to be really going on an upward trajectory there. Maybe his lump of coal. I mean, the start of the season for sure, like every other game besides the last 3.
Yeah.
But maybe like shooting threes there too. I think he struggled from 3 early on, at least from my memory.
Yeah.
But I mean, shooting good now.
Yeah, it all works out. Anything more for him?
I don't really know.
Okay. So, we want to talk about Glenn next.
Yeah. I mean, everything about, except for really yesterday, his offense has been just nice and smooth. He's got some nice pull-ups and stuff. But I don't know about his lump of coal. He's kind of inconsistent, but he's always been that way.
Yeah, maybe his lump of coal was last year.
Yeah,
He doesn't
last year.
have a lump of coal this year. I mean, I feel like he could be doing better. He's averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3.5 assists.
I feel like he could be averaging more assists.
Yeah, that might be it. Like, with better passing.
Yeah.
Because, it seems like, I mean, I already talked about it, but just throwing it to Roby or anyone inside, we really struggled to do. And as our primary point guard, that falls at least some on him to be able to do. Because, I mean, so last year, I thought we had, like, multiple 30 assist games or
30
something.
assists?
Yeah. And it was, like, a lot.
Really high.
Doug, I think you're out of your mind.
That's so high. 30 assists per game. We had like
I thought
8
it was
this game.
I know. So we're averaging as a team right now.
It's not right.
Let's see, per game. Okay, had to pause that and calculate it from the total game. We average 15 assists per game this year. So 30 is not impossible. I think they actually did it quite a few times last year, which shows that we are not doing super well at that this year. So that's his lump of coal, and his good present has been...
Joy said it just
overall.
playing well offensively.
For me, it might be 3-point shooting.
That's true. He's actually shooting really well.
So he is shooting per game, well, not per game, 45%. That is a very,
very good.
very good present. That's the biggest one. That's a car present. 45% is very excellent. He's shooting 5 per game, which is pretty high attempt rate. Only Palmer is higher. And, after shooting, what did he shoot this game?
His percentage?
Yeah.
It was bad.
Oh, it was bad this game?
No,
From
it was
3?
fine.
2 for 8.
Oh.
No.
Are you talking about Glenn?
No.
Oh.
Palmer.
Palmer was 3 for 4 from 3.
So he was 3 for 4, and then he was 6 for 7 in the last game. And he's gotten all the way up to 33%. So that Glenn has been the best 3-point shooter this season so far. Nana is at basically 40%, and he shoots 3.5, and Thomas Allen shoots 3.2, and he's at 37%. So overall, the team has done pretty well at 3-point shooting. Is there, let's see,
We haven't
anything
done
else for
Roby.
Glenn?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
So have we done, let's go back a little bit and go to Brady. I don't know. Yeah. I can
He's
think
been
of one.
better for present. He's been better on defense than I thought he would be.
Yeah, he's super
Like I-
skinny.
Like I thought he was just gonna get destroyed if anybody like big was in, but he's actually been playing super well for like how skinny he is.
Well, one of his presents is that he hasn't had to play anybody big. Or not very many.
That's true.
What is a team that we played
Well,
that's
like-
had a really big guy?
There was one game where he just played surprisingly
Seasonal,
well.
maybe. But I think that's just college. Like, there aren't that many big guys.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess they don't have
Until
to.
we get to the Big Ten, though.
They don't have to be
Well,
like.
even then-
They don't have to be tall, but like, just like you can be
6'8",
strong.
strong guys.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done what he's not.
He's just been
supposed to
better
be.
overall than I thought.
Yeah, I thought he'd just get wrecked, but he's
Like he's been scoring.
Yeah, I
too.
mean, I think most people thought he wouldn't play at all.
Yeah, I mean, he has to though, because there's nobody.
But, like,
you
when he
could-
comes in, it doesn't
I mean,
feel like a
You
negative.
could just play
Yeah.
Tanner more. I think the lump of coal for him is that he hasn't played. I think that he should be playing a little more than he has. And Miles oftentimes doesn't play freshmen as much, and then he plays them more at the end of the season, which is kind of interesting because it's tougher games. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he starts increasing minutes and kind of takes the 6-man spot from Tanner eventually. Not because Tanner has played badly, but because he's been really good. And
Well, and because Brady's gonna be here for the next few years or whatever.
yeah, he definitely can improve, which we'll need for next season. Yeah, let's see. I don't think he's any good dunks. we haven't really had many moments in these presents or lumps of coals.